What's your Tyler's back with the retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews. That's good. I keep mixing up these intros, but whatever. Whatever. Let's just get on to it. With WCW SuperBrawl 2000. This is the 10th SuperBrawl, but they call it SuperBrawl 2000, so there's that. So I gotta be honest with you. This was leagues better than Sold Out and Starrcade, the last two pay-per-views before this. But still wasn't the best show, but it was at least watchable. So there's that. February 20th, which is today, the 25th anniversary of this, at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, California. So, there. Now, there's a lot of convoluted nonsense between Sold Out and this. So, as we all know the whole thing, Chris Benoit left, as well as Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero. They all left to go to the WWF as the Radicals. Benoit relinquished the WCW Championship the next night. And who's going to fill in that void? Well, they have a match between Kevin Nash and the man Benoit beat at Sold Out, Sid Vicious, like a week after this. But Kevin Nash put a roadblock in that. So he was supposed to face Jeff Jarrett on that show before you get to Nash. But Jarrett was still recovering from a concussion from Jimmy Snuka. So instead, he had to face one of the Harris brothers. I believe it was Don Harris. But Don switched with Ron, but they didn't show that because they didn't show it until, well. But Sid did beat Kevin Nash to win the title until the following episode of Thunder, where they showed the clip of Sid pinning the wrong Harris brother, and they restarted and Sid got counted out, and so that's the result of that. Kevin Nash won the title, only to lose it to Sid, like, later on that same episode of Thunder. WCW, what the fuck, man? Oh yeah, Kevin Nash got injured during this. Yeah, remember in the 2000s curse? Brett's out. Goldberg was supposed to be the main threat to this. Yeah. So Jarrett becomes and he becomes the #1 contender for the WCW Championship. He's also the United States Champion around this time. But this whole compliment went to the main event SuperBrawl, where instead of Jeff Jarrett versus Sid Vicious, it's a three-way between Sid, Jarrett, and Scott Hall, which this is unfortunately Scott Hall's last WCW pay-per-view appearance. Anyways, and also in the weeks leading up to it, Jarrett defeated Sid twice in a 6-man tag and on the Go Home Nitro to SuperBrawl. But my God, let's get into the show with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 matches and 4 championships on the line. And there. Let's get on to this. First match is for the vacated WCW Cruiserweight Championship. because as Oklahoma vacated on a Thunder. Honestly, you should just throw it in the trash, like the TV title. But I'm surprised they kept this belt until the remainder of WCW. With the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea defeats Lash LaRue to win the Cruiserweight Championship. It was a so-so match. I give it a 5 out of 10. And there. Next match is for the WCW Hardcore Championship in a hardcore match. Brian Knobbs defeats Bam Bam Bigelow to win the Hardcore Championship. Yes, Bam Bam Bigelow won the title a week before this pay-per-view. And this was a little short of a match. And there. It's just a hardcore match just for WCW excuse to be hardcore. 4 out of 10 I'll give it. Then we get a handicap match between 3 Count The Fiend and Norman Smiley. It was entertaining for Norman's case, but there. 3 out of 10 I'll give it. Anyways, then we get the Wall of Fiend, the Kiss Demon. And here's the joke, y'all. This is a special main event. Even though it's the 4th match on the card. Why? WCW. 2 out of 10. And then we get a leather jacket on a pole match. Tank Abbott defeats Big Al. I'm not going into full details. This is the worst match on the fucking card. 0. And afterwards, Tank Abbott pulls a fucking knife onto Big Al. Who? By the way, and Tony Schiavone says he looks like he's cutting his beard. He doesn't have a fucking beard. 0. I'm still giving it. Then the continuation of the Booker T versus Harlem Heat 2000 feud. This is over the ownership of Harlem Heat and for the letter T. What? Big T, Ahmed Johnson defeats Booker T in this match. I mean, granted for Booker, he did the best he could, but this was not one of his best matches. And yeah, this... Unfortunately, we know where this is not going to lead to. This doesn't get ended until... I don't know, until when the New Blood Millionaires Club storyline started, but still. I give it a 5 out of 10. I'm going to be being generous with it. Anyways, then Billy Kidman defeats Vampiro in a pretty good match. Finally, a good match on this fucking card. I give it a 6 out of 10, you know. It was a good match. Yeah. And then we had a Sicilian stretcher match for the WCW Tag Team Championships. A tag team stretcher match. And the goal is the Mamalukes defeat David Flair and Crowbar, by the way, to retain the tag titles. I mean, this ends when you put both members of the team on a stretcher. Yeah, this was not good. 3. And then we get a Texas Death Match, which is a last man standing match. Ric Flair defeats Terry Funk. Yeah, remember in Halloween Havoc where Ric Flair was driven away by the Filthy Animals? Yeah, that got dropped. And he's a heel again, feuding with Terry Funk. Which, okay, and this led to this match. But I'll give it its due. At least this was the best match on this fucking card, and there's that. And Flair wins, but we know where it is going to lead to the next match. There's that. I give it a 6.5. But there's that. There's that. Also, this looks like around here that Ernest Miller brought out. Who the fuck was it? Let me see. The Mice. James Brown. Whatever. There was also a mystery door also all throughout this fucking night. But still. In your semi-main event, oh, look who came back after laying down to Sting at Halloween Havoc. A few months prior, Hulk Hogan. This got dropped. He defeats Lex Luger. Again, it was a so-so match. But at the end of it, Ric Flair comes out and Sting makes the save, and yeah, this led to the two matches that are uncensored when we get to that next month. Sting and Lex Luger and Hogan and Flair in the Yappa Pie Indian strap match. What the fuck is Yappa Pie? Don't know. I got a 5.5 out of 10. And finally, 10 matches down, one more match to go. It's main event time for a three-way dance for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Before this match, the mystery door got open and nobody was in it. But we know who was. Sid Vicious defeats Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. This was a clusterfuck. Because at the beginning, Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett just brawled. And then Sid comes out and the clusterfuck began when Jeff Jarrett attacks one referee. That was one ref bump. Then there was another ref bump. And a third ref bump. And a fourth ref bump. And then the fifth ref comes out with Slick Johnson, which is under Jeff Jarrett's pocket. And Hall hits Jarrett with the outside edge, and Slick Johnson does a Nick Patrick syndrome. 1-2, faith and shoulder injury. Jarrett hits Hall with the guitar. And Roddy Piper comes out. Stops Slick Johnson, and Sid chokeslam Jarrett, powerbomb Scott Hall, and retains the world title. Jesus fucking Christ. This was a clusterfuck of a match. 3 out of 10, I'll give it. And that was SuperBrawl 2000. Leagues better than Sold Out and Starrcade. But I'm only giving this a 5 out of 10. Time for the best and worst match of SuperBrawl 2000. The best match on the show goes to Ric Flair versus Terry Funk. And the worst match on the show, Tank Abbott versus Big Al. So there. Next week we're going to stay in 2000 land, but on the other promotions, WWF No Way Out 2000, you know what that is. Tomorrow will be my SmackDown review, and then Saturday on my main channel, that's where you see the SmackDown review, and then also Saturday on there also Shock Value, the pay-per-view, and you're gonna see changes around the arena. But I do want to plan on getting a new arena soon, or crowd for that also. But more of that soon. Sunday up. Probably do the dumpster. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do anything on Sunday. Maybe I'll do the dumpster fires on Sunday. Yeah. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel here, click the notification bell, and also my main channel also. Subscribe and click the notification bell on that one also. And there. Goodbye.